fully configured the Intune system, we're going to go to the application section and we're going to pull in an application and then we're going to send it to the device. This is based on iOS. You can have a mixture of different applications on there, but we're going to base this on iOS today. So we're going to add an app. We need to authenticate with the Intune system again. Okay, that is going to be an iOS app from the App Store. Now you can go to your iTunes account, find the app you want, do a search from the bar at the top here, find the app that you want, and there's a little pull down menu which allows you to copy that link. Copy the link and paste it into the Intune system. Next. Give it a name now. It could be that it's your own application that your business has developed, so it asks you for information. It doesn't pull this information through from the app in the iTunes store, so you do have to populate it. But this is a way for you to bespoke your own personal business apps. You can put an icon on there that represents your brand. I'm just going to call it what it is, LinkedIn. I'm not going to pull in an image, but I am going to display this as a featured app in the store. I'll show you what that looks like on the mobile itself when you feature an app in the company portal. Next. It's for, well, you can lock this down. You can say that this is only for iPads or this is only for iPhones. I don't think I'm going to lock that down on this in this case. And we're ready to go. Upload effectively just pulls the information through from iTunes. It doesn't really upload a document as such. It just sort of pulls it through and links to it. And that is it. It's as simple as that to pull the application through. If I do a refresh, you'll see that application in there. And when all of the mobile devices that are linked to, are connected to Intune, do the next synchronization, then you will see that application appear in the App Store, in the company portal on the mobile device. So there it is, linked in. The next step after you have added the application into the Intune system is to manage the deployment of that application. And what we want to do is we want to make that application available to the group that you've set up. We have a test group, which I am part of. It's a required install or it's an available install. If it's a required install, it will actually forcibly try and install itself on the device. There'll be a pop-up on the screen of the device advising the user that they need to install this app. They can cancel, but it will keep popping up every time it syncs, every 15 minutes, because it is a required app. Or you can uninstall the app. If it's an existing app, you can uninstall the app. Quite a clever system if you want to make sure that some of your users don't have certain applications in place. You can add those apps to the App Store, things like Facebook Messenger, add them to the App Store and then click uninstall. If they already have the apps, it will try and pull them back off the device. Available install is where it puts it inside of the company portal. And that's what we're going to do. Now there are application configuration policies. Microsoft apps and other Intune capable apps have policies associated with them. For example, with Microsoft Word, you can assign a policy, and in that policy you can say you're not allowed to cut and paste data, you're not allowed to save documents to your device. It's just additional security over and above the application just being allowed onto the device. So that's finished. Now that application should appear in the company portal. I'm going to show you the mobile device now so you can see what that looks like. If we have a look at the device and launch the company portal, you'll see there's a lot of information in there that we've covered in some of the other videos. If you click on the All Apps section, it should display all of the applications that you have suggested should be part of the company portal, and LinkedIn is one of those apps. You can click and you can install. So you can make whichever apps you like available. With iOS, for example, you can disable access to the iOS App Store, but you can give access to the company App Store, so only the applications that you want to be on the device are on the device. I'll show you how you forcibly send an application to a device, so the user's prompted. So really there's no interaction, the user doesn't have to they don't have to browse to the company portal, they just have to sit and wait until a pop-up appears on their screen. Okay, so we're going to manage the deployment of the LinkedIn app so that it is forced upon the device and not actually still available in the company portal, but also enforced to the device. So we won't change those options, but we will, instead of making it an available install, we'll make it a required install. Deadline as soon as possible. In other words, as soon as this wizard's finished, it will try and force itself onto the device. There could be sort of a 5-10 minute delay until the policy sort of kicks in, or while the mobile device checks the company policy. But when that does happen, you will see a prompt on the screen. So I'm going to connect the mobile again, so that you can see what happens when the application makes that prompt. Looking back at the device, when the policy synchronizes next, you will see the user will be prompted to install the application that you've tried to push out. Now, they do have the ability to cancel. Can't force them to install the app, but it will keep on popping up continually until they install. All you're doing is you're making the app available to them much easier than having to go through the company portal.